I wanted to do a quick video on how to change the foam sinter filter in the Bear Force sprayer because it wasn't immediately obvious to me how to do it. So the first step is the same as every other sprayer. You take the assembly here and you have to take that pin out. Sorry for the background noise. And I'm using an awl for that. You do have to push a little bit hard, but it will eventually pop out, and then you just yank it out with some pliers, and there you go. So that's very easy. And then this assembly will just pull straight off. It's not threaded or anything like that. Once you've got this, then you can see that these turn. Once they're to the fully open position, this will pop off. Though I recommend you mark the alignment because they won't go back on unless you line up the parts properly. But this will come off. It'll gain a little bit of force to get past the O-ring, and then you can take that off and you're done. And this was the part that really puzzled me, because the next video I saw said to take this part, which controls the spread of the foam, off. And you can take it off. Gearheads like to use the screwdriver for this, but that will probably damage the plastic. So spudgers are probably the way to go. The plastic spudgers that I tried down here didn't work, so the metal spudger was the secret sauce in this case. So you can get it under one of these tabs here, probably jam a pick or something thin, like my points card tag here, under that, and then change to the other side and keep leaving it off, and it will eventually pop off. But then you're just left with a brass hole there, which you can kind of see. So that doesn't really help, because then I got stuck on how to take the brass assembly here out of the plastic part here. And it turns out you don't actually have to do any of that. All you have to do is take something thin like this and just poke it straight through here and gently press or push the sinter right out. It looks like there's hooks or something in there that would hold it in place, but there isn't anything. It's just sort of sitting there. So you can gently just push right through and it will come right out. And then of course you can take your, this is the original sinter, you can take your new sinter, you just drop it right in. You can start it with your finger gently and then again push it gently in place to seat it, and then you're done. You can reverse all the steps to reassemble it, of course, but one of the tips that I found was that on mine there was a lot of, you might be able to see the shine of the lubricant that they used to grease this particular O-ring, and a lot of it ended up on the rim of this part. So this part turned very easily, but when you put the other part onto this O-ring, it didn't turn nearly as well. It's quite stiff. So what I did was I took some of the excess lubrication from this and I just wiped it onto that O-ring like this. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. And then when you do reassemble these parts, lining up the marks that I hope you made, the alignment marks that I recommend you made, and then you pop this back onto the main assembly like that, this will turn a lot more easily than it did before. You could put lithium grease or something on there, of course, but you're risking sort of contaminating the water stream, and you don't want to do that. Whatever they used on here, presumably it's okay for use, and a little bit's not going to hurt you anyway. So I recommend that you grease up that O-ring a tiny bit, and then you put the pin back in, and you are done.